Okay, welcome to another Beady Boys podcast. This is similar to our other ones where we're going to throw a couple subjects out and just go at it. Although this one's a little bit different. Again, we got the dirty one, Dirty D, Dirty Des, Tiny D, whatever you want to call her. We're going to discuss relationship topics, his versus her, points of view on relationships. Let's see how it goes. We always tackle the tough conversations. This could end good. This could end bad. This might be the last time you see us together on this because it goes bad. So let's jump right into it. First subject, strategies for sustaining, strategies for, and again, I just took these right off the website of like not trending, hot topics. Controversial topics to debate with a woman or whatever, a chick. Let's start with strategies for sustaining intimacy across the mile. So this has to do with like long distance. So the way I take it is it's saying, if you have a long distance relationship, how do you
keep it alive,
maintain intimacy? Which, I mean, of course, when you see each other, there's going to be intimacy, but I think it's saying like
when you're not
together. And what if it's
now you're in an age where you can FaceTime?
What would you be doing on FaceTime?
Whatever
your mom and dad could be watching, by the way. So tell us what you do on FaceTime.
Whatever you would want me to do on FaceTime.
What do you mean by anything?
If you wanted to
So you have no problem, being intimate through FaceTime, phone. So you're into that kind of stuff.
If you make me feel comfortable about my body, yes. You've never made me insecure about things. So yeah, why not?
So how far would you go?
How far would you make me?
Don't make it like I make it. What, I'm the tyrant? I'm over here.
No. But
it shouldn't be what I make you. It should be what you want.
To sustain. So keeping it alive. So what you...
So basically, it was correct to nickname you Dirty Des.
Hate that name.
She's saying get dirty.
10 years and you married me.
The subject's over. We got to move on. So that kind of ties into long distance relationships. Do they work?
I think
you go first.
It depends
on
the two people in the relationship.
All right. So since you were talking about getting dirty on FaceTime, so say it's a long distance relationship and the guy, is pumped up with a lot of through him. By the way, some men have a little bit more testosterone than others, but we'll leave that at that. Mm-hmm. So say the guy needs more of that, how you were saying, like how you're willing to get dirty and do whatever.
So then he shouldn't be in a long distance relationship.
The girl doesn't want to do all that. So she's, no, I don't feel comfortable. So then she's not dirty. She's a good girl.
Yeah.
Good girl Gail is, no, I don't want to do that. I was raised right.
Then he's going to find somewhere else to do that.
Oh, jeez. So you're saying good girl Gail has no chance at succeeding?
No, she needs to find somebody more
pure.
No.
I don't know where you're...
She needs somebody more conservative.
Okay. Got you.
I feel like that.
So then let's jump into one of the other subjects. Okay. One of the other subjects I saw when I was scrolling down, it says opposites attract. But you're saying
not all the time.
Because you're saying, so if I'm a freak and you're conservative,
it's not going to work.
So it should work.
No, not all the time.
So then why do they say opposites
because
attract? Like tall, short?
Yes, but like you said, you're a freak.
No, that was a hypothetical. I wasn't saying
hypothetically.
I'm a freak in certain things, like on the golf course, I'm a freak. Get me on the basketball court, I'm trouble. I'm a freak.
But I have no complaint.
I'm not a freak in terms of, I'm not a freak like that.
No, we haven't done weird things.
I'm not like a weird perv.
No.
I'm actually pretty
normal
conservative in my life.
There's certain things, like when we're in the room, if I'm just getting out.
And remember, your mom or my aunt could be watching.
I'm getting out of the shower, so I'm walking around doing stuff. You're like, oh, put on clothes.
Hold on.
Okay.
The way I was raised in my household, because I see I've been to other when I growing up, going to other people's houses and stuff, and the kids are like running around with underwear and no shirts. So to me, we were always raised. I don't, and I don't know if it was my mom, my dad, but it was like you're always clothed fully. When you're walking around butt naked, it makes me uncomfortable.
You're uncomfortable the night before.
Again, your mom. Sorry. I'm just saying sorry now because hopefully she won't find it because we're not going to promote this everywhere. Does she even have YouTube?
Yeah, because she's
what is she
into
looking
all
at?
that.
Dogs?
Do you want me to say?
People that
Political.
live with 30
She's like on
$300.
political. No, because sometimes she sends me and my sister weird stuff. She likes cats.
Okay.
But I was raised very my dad wouldn't let me wear shirts past here. Shorts were long shorts.
No, I agree. Today I took a shower.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the room getting ready. You're down here. I know you're down here. So I got out of the shower. I dried off. Typically, I will put the towel to cover me, walk to the dresser, get my boxers, walk back to the bathroom.
And then put them on.
And change in there. But you weren't in there. You were downstairs. So I was like, I'm just going to walk real quick. But even walking to my dresser, which is 20 feet from the shower, with nothing on, I felt weird. I was just like, oh my God, hurry, go grab the boxers and get on. So that's why I'm saying, to me, that's weird. So even if I'm doing it, it's weird. To me, that's just the way, I don't know. Maybe it's not even the way I was raised. Maybe it's some kind of issue or something I have. But to me, I feel embarrassed and awkward when I don't have clothes on. Remember when Adam and Eve were walking around naked and then they bit from the apple and committed sin, and then all of a sudden embarrassment finally set in. So it's that. But my issue is that you always act like as if I'm like, ew, put some clothes. I'm just saying, hey, what's going on? Why are we not wearing clothes? Because you're just like, I feel like you'd be content to walk around the whole house naked. You're like,
stop it.
You're like strutting. You're like bouncing up and down. I'm like, hey.
You don't like what?
No, but it's not even has to do with that. For me, I think that's also a thing you have is you're okay with, what is that, like intimacy anytime. Whereas me, it's I'm in the morning or I'm getting dressed. That's like the last thing on my mind. I'm not 12 anymore, basically. Like when you're 12, you're just like, I want to bang everything that moves. When you're an adult and older and tired and have a job and kids and work, it's not always on your mind anymore. But you like get mad if I'm just like, I don't want to bone just because you're dating. You know what I mean?
Head, or is that?
No, it's just my mind is doing other things right now. Like that's the last thing. I have to be in that.
Attracted to you, and
no,
I
it has nothing to do with attraction
all the time.
No, it has nothing to do with attraction. It just has to do with if my mind isn't into it, or I'm thinking about stuff, or I'm getting ready to go somewhere or work. It has to be physical. Yes, I could easily get there physically, but emotionally, you have to woo me too. It can't just be all physical. I'm not just a rabbit. You got to romance me. Just because I see a naked chick doesn't mean I want to go jump on. I'm not an animal. Treat me with a little respect. All right, next subject.
Yes.
How do cultural differences shape relationship expectations?
Did you really say that?
Are you even looking at the camera?
Yes.
Every time I see you, you're looking somewhere else. I think this has to do more. I feel like we were raised
the same.
Similarly.
Yeah.
Maybe you were raised in a different area, so there's differences in that, but culturally,
but I don't think I
never hear difference.
We were raised in a similar area, but mine was small.
Fresno.
I wasn't raised in Fresno.
Where are you from?
I was raised in.
You probably should have found that out. Where are you from?
The little town called Planada.
I'm sure it's way better than Fresno.
Oh.
Actually, I don't want to insult the Fresno population.
The Bulldogs will come after us.
The Fresno State Bulldogs?
Yeah, there's like a gang.
The gang is named after the college team?
Yes.
Can they just not even do anything right up there?
No.
That would be like a gang down here. Hey, what did this get? They're
UCLA.
They're the Bruins. Oh, that's a tough game.
The Bulldogs.
After Fresno State.
No, you could get shot in Fresno.
You could get shot anywhere. You could get shot here. What does that have to do with? That has nothing to do with, it makes it scary because you can get shot, or it makes it less ridiculous that actually we shouldn't be talking shit about. Because what if I'm going through there? Yeah. What if I get famous off of this podcast?
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going through and they're like,
and the Bulldogs are not watching podcasts.
Oh, okay. So we can talk crap about them. But do they say they have a party, a gang party, a Bulldog party? Does one of them dress up as the mascot?
I've never been to a bulldog party.
Do they dress up in the
Probably
Fresno
not.
State mascot or whatever?
No, they wear red.
That's their gang?
That's
they wear
their
red?
gang.
They're like fake
You see them walking and they're
green red?
No, Fresno. They'll wear the bulldog, the college stuff.
How do you know they're not a college student?
No, because they have tattoos on their necks.
College students don't have tattoos?
You can tell they're gangsters.
So now you're discriminating against who are like urban.
No, they'll have bulldog on their necks.
Because they love Fresno State Bulldogs.
Okay. No,
I mean, if you're from that area, you love Fresno State, right?
No, I don't love Fresno State.
You don't care. You're not a fan, but does the guys and
you can tell the difference if there's a Fresno State fan.
Your gang shouldn't be named after a college because then it gets hard to decipher between, wow, shoot, should I shoot this guy? He's wearing a lot of Fresno State gear, but he has a backpack.
But you probably shouldn't wear Fresno State Bulldog gear unless you possibly get
Fresno,
shot.
I can't be a fan?
No. Or you're going to get shot.
You do see how corny that is.
Yes. I think gangs are corny.
No, legit gangs aren't corny.
No,
gangs
they are
legit.
What's the point of being in a gang?
Because you don't understand somebody who really grew up in the hood. That was their only protection. Can't go through another neighborhood.
But same now. Everybody wants to shoot everybody. My brothers were gang members. My cousins are gang members.
The Bulldogs?
No.
They're
just from Tulare and Visalia. So they don't have a gang name. It's like Tulare County. My aunt was killed by him.
I feel like these might be the worst gangs I've ever go beat them up.
No, he was like a real serial killer, a murderer.
All right, can we move on?
Okay.
I just found that hilarious that a gang is named after a college.
You didn't know the Bulldogs existed?
I did.
I'm pretty sure Davey told you that the Bulldog.
No, I learned about them a long time ago. I used to watch those Gangland specials.
Oh, see?
But I just thought it was so corny. I wanted to hear you try to explain that ridiculous.
Yeah, Bulldog.
Yeah, a little dumb fat bulldog.
Oh.
Anywho, let's move on. Okay. Whoa. Oh, that was cultural differences, which we didn't even get to. I think it does play into some.
Yeah. I mean, gay fiance.
Yeah. If you're completely different culturally, it's going to take a while. You got to have patience. You got to be willing to accept that. But as far as our experience,
cultural differences like women versus men's roles. I think some people are hard with that. Like, how your mom was working.
You're right.
Some husbands don't expect their wives to work. Like, you stay home and I do this. I
don't know about nowadays, but you're right. Some other countries. Should couples have separate or joint bank accounts? That's weird. I don't know. I'll let you.
Ours are separate.
Yeah, but you have been low-key trying to get us to join them.
For house.
It's a little suspicious. Oh. And you think the Menendez brothers who killed should be set free?
Stop it. For house stuff, it makes sense.
But how, though? Because we don't... What do you mean?
Oh, you send me to the store. I'll get it.
We've already set up that kind of dynamic on what I pay for and what you pay for.
But there are times where you're like, no, I need this. Can you go get it for me? And it's something that you have on your own.
Like what? Baby oil?
Okay, Diddy. Stuff for your podcast or for the
you can see
baby boys.
I should just put them down. Huh?
Yeah.
So maybe just getting a second card on my account to give you that you could use. Because you're right. You do a lot of stuff where it's, oh, do you want me to get that for you? And I'm paying for it. It's mine.
Today, I put gas in the truck.
Which, when you got rid of your car, you said you would.
I drive the truck for you to do stuff for you. Like,
you went to Kohl's today for me?
Did I return it or not?
Okay, but how often do you return something?
How often do you return something?
What do you mean?
How often do you get
in? Okay. I like all
No, anytime you have a return, who returns it?
Sometimes both of us.
Anytime I drive the truck, what am I going for?
So now you're trying to say the only time you drive the truck is to return stuff for me? No, you all the time.
Or grocery shop for you?
No, but for everything's for me, so you don't need either. You don't return anything. You don't drive
to be fair,
anywhere.
I do.
Of course.
Yes.
Because I have to take Matthew to school.
But I have extra money. I put gas in the truck.
I'm just saying that was the agreement. But I don't know what happened to it. We need a Tesla.
Also, I took over
Tesla car, though.
I took over more bills.
Morbid?
More bills.
All right, let's move. What impact does significant age gap have on a partnership? What's significant? Because what are we,
I
like
think
6 years?
6 years. I think maybe, I think we're right around.
More than 10?
My sister's husband is the same.
I think you're getting a little comfortable thinking that this isn't going to get out. So before...
She doesn't care. Is that what you mean?
Say? I'm trying to stop you from saying something.
No. I'm not going to say something.
Oh, it sounded like because you were like...
No, my sister.
You got real...
Oh, no. I just meant my sister's husband is the same age as our mom. So to me, I think that's significant.
How old's your mom?
70.
No, your mom's older.
My sister's husband is 20 years older than her.
That's significant.
To me, anything over 12 is significant.
So 11 is cool. 13 is out of control. Where do you get 12 from?
What does a 40-year-old have to do with a 20-year-old?
Okay.
What do they have in common?
A 40-year-old, 12-year difference would be 28. That's
what do they have in common?
A 40-year-old just got out of the 30s, and the 28-year-old is about to get in their 30s. So they actually probably could have
Okay, so what 20-year-old have with the 28-year-old? What would they have in common?
A 20 and a 28-year-old?
Yeah.
A lot. Going out to concerts, movies.
She can't even drink, so...
She's about to. Come on. If she was 21, you would be cool with it.
They would be able to go to bars together.
But the fact she's 20, it's not.
Can't do anything.
They can't.
I'm going to go out to a bar. Well, you can't come with me. I think she would take offense to that. Okay, then wait for 6 months.
When you meet someone, you hit it off. It might be a match made in heaven.
How do you know it's a match made in heaven?
But you're not going to be 21 for another 3 months. Sorry, I got to end this right now.
If they were a match made in heaven, they might have stuff in common.
I'm just saying that's... So, like, most 20-year-olds, I think, have stuff in common. As you get older, 20, you start getting into your 30, you're like, okay, you start getting out of that stuff. 20, you're starting to, like, you want to get into parties. There's a lot of people that are more mature, and so they're not into partying and all that, so they would have stuff in common. And there's a lot of, like, late 20-year-olds getting into their 30s that still are trying to party like they are 20-year-olds, so they would have something in common. Mm-hmm. So the one, I think, where you're talking about is, like, 40, a 20-year age difference. 15, I would even say. 15 to 20, I say, is a lot and hard to overcome.
I think 12.
But go back to what you were saying about your sister. What were you going to say? Since you already brought it up, you might as well spill it.
I did say it there.
Oh, that was it?
That was the age gap.
I thought you were going to say something like he was dating your mom first and then...
Oh, no. He was her professor.
Your sister.
He was her professor.
So that's how she got good grades?
Oh, she has her master's.
Yeah, now it's possibly up in the air if you're saying one of her teacher was her husband.
They weren't married, but...
Stop anytime you want. This is your sister. I know she has probably you too. Sorry, sis. Let's move on. Oh, yeah, this one. We need to talk about this one.
Oh, gosh.
Personal space.
Oh, I don't want
essential
personal space
for a good relationship. Again, I'm a gentleman. One of the last of the gentlemen around. So I'm going to go ahead and defer to you first.
I don't want personal space. You can have all my space.
For starters, I take it as personal space also because I see what you're saying. Say we're together all day, like a Saturday, like a Sunday. You're not all over. You're not like, I'm sitting down, you're right here. So you do have your own personal space, and you're not invading my personal space.
No.
So I would say you're good on that. I think this has also maybe tie it into going out and doing, can we say personal time? What do you feel about that? Because lately you have been all about your own personal time. Hawaii, bars. Every time I turn around, you're like, oh, I'm gone this weekend. Where are you going? Catalina. That's your same argument.
Last summer.
Anyways, what do you say about that?
Okay.
And now you can't be a hypocrite and say you're against that because you are.
I've never been against.
See, that's the be fair. Because you used to be like,
things get on nerves.
Go out and play golf with my buddies.
We have something planned, like we're going to be home. We're just going to not do anything. And then you get a text on your phone and plans change. So I'm very irritated about that. That irritates me. Or
hey, if I got to go golf, I got to golf. You know I have a channel. I'm going to point at the Beady Boys. Beady Boys Golf, at Beady Boys Golf on YouTube. If I got to go film, I got to go film. You act like that's not my
job.
It's one of.
Okay.
It's one of.
So that frustrates me. Or even when you're gone golfing all day.
I thought you said you didn't have much to say.
And then you come home. Then you come home. So I think, okay, you're going to come home. Day's done.
Yeah, day is usually done. I'm tired and burnt out.
You're like, oh no, Roni and Nick are coming over. We're gonna go to Madrano's.
How often does
that irritates me. Because we have plans.
First already. Off, I'm gonna do one of those incorrect buzzers on you. Okay. Because I actually do that when you're not in town. It has happened a couple times. Yes. But those are like rare occasions.
Not rare.
I guess this is the new day. This is the new Trump era. You could just lie and say whatever you want to get. Now I'm Trump. Wow. So I tell you things and you're, Every time
so who's Trump here?
Every time I plan those is when I know you're gone. I have done that on occasion because there's some kind of special occasion, like Lowe's comes into town or Nick happens to come out. And we're like, he doesn't come out except for once every 6.
It was every weekend you were gone. Every weekend.
It's hot boy summer. What do you think I'm gonna? What do you think I'm gonna do? It's hot boy summer.
All of you guys act like you're frat boys. You could be the frat boys' dads now. You can stop.
Do you even know what a frat boy? Going out and having a drink at a restaurant is acting like a frat boy?
Yes.
Wow. So see, the truth is coming out. You're
not
one of those
trying to kill anything.
Because I see online and people are like, "Hey, live your life. It doesn't matter. There's only one life to live. Have fun, dude." And you're over here trying to put a cap on that.
Oh.
But it's not funny. Unless, of course, it's, by the way, I'm going to be in Hawaii next week. Okay. Of course, then it's okay. Then,
so I've stopped you from living your hot boy summer.
And don't act like, I'm not saying you were out of control part, but don't act like every single Instagram post wasn't, cheers, a different drink. Don't act like you're so innocent and don't do anything. If I go to Madrano's, I'm acting like a frat boy, but you go to Hawaii and start drinking and partying. That's what you're saying.
It was not drinking and partying. I don't go every weekend.
I don't go every weekend. Maybe once every 3 months is accurate and fair. I usually do it if you're not going to be here. Because if you're here, I'm just going to come home and we're going to watch a movie.
Times when I am home, you do that. It gets
it has happened. These are going to come up.
Why stop you from going?
No, but
if you then get an attitude, change the story sometime.
Just last week, you said, I'm going to meet the girls. We're going to have drinks. Did I say a word? I said, okay, where are you going? I didn't say anything.
All the time.
There we go. See? Okay. Next subject.
Change it.
The facts aren't, what do they say? The facts aren't facting. I don't even know how. That was personal space, not personal time. But of course, you once again turned it into your personal stage to attack me. Oh, and you've already ruined a couple of those relationships. You're talking bad about your sister's husband and
they're fine.
No, in-laws, how to establish healthy boundaries. Yeah, we should talk about that.
I love your mom. She doesn't ever cross a boundary.
True, which I agree. But what would be a boundary that
you just tell that's a boundary?
What, like examples? Because I don't know.
Like getting into our relationship.
Good point.
If her son never did anything wrong, she would always be more. You said hypothetically.
You've seen kind of relationships.
Yes. Yeah. Your mom is always. She's never asked personal questions or anything. She's never crossed a boundary.
Okay.
I don't like how my mom is always hugging on you and stuff. Gets frustrating and she's, thank you so much for loving my daughter. I don't like that.
Why? Because you think she's acting like you. She's not lovable.
Right. Oh my God!
Right.
Thank you for loving her.
You found her on the side of the street, and
that's how it makes me feel.
Like you're a lost dog. Bring her in.
I don't like that. I told her don't do that.
Oh yeah. Actually, you're right. I don't take it as that.
No, I don't like that.
But that might be your and her own.
It is
like your guys' personal.
Yeah, I don't like
personal
that
thing.
I don't like when she hugs you and thanks you for loving me.
It could also be she's just more, again, this might be you being a little self-centered and thinking it's all about you. It might just be like she appreciates greatness.
Or then she likes touching my...
She thinks I'm like a hero amongst us. She wants to come and thank me. Or she knows how she's lived with you her whole life.
That's it. Oh, yeah.
She knows how tough it can be to live with a chick walking around naked all day.
She walks around naked.
Maybe you guys are like... Indian or something. You guys don't even.
My dad is
like Native American. Yes, you guys think you're on tribal land or something. I don't think I'm around them enough. I like your dad. Maybe if I had known him when he was younger, but he always seemed real mellow.
Yeah,
he can just sit there and be cool.
I'm a lot like him.
Both short.
No, mellow.
You just got pissed after going to Hawaii, Catalina. a bar last week. You just got pissed because you said every once in a while I go to Madrano's across the street and have a beer and then come back here. And you said that makes you angry. Let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah, because I'm usually your designated driver.
Have you ever, how much trouble can I be getting into if you're driving me and picking me up? You're like that little.
There was one time I couldn't find you in Roni.
What's the character in Elemental? You're that little red guy.
The anger? What?
I thought you were anxiety, but really? It's all in disguise. You're not anxiety. You're the little red angry dude. I'm going to get you one of those little dolls. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
This was fun. The importance of shared hobbies.
What do we share?
We don't really share hobbies, but we share interests. Like we're both into home improvement.
Yes.
Even though we don't
similar
do it stuff, we'll send each other stuff. This is dope. This is cool. We like that kind of stuff. Or ideas styles for the house. That's going to be most couples that are thinking about what you can improve. We have those interests.
We have that.
We have movie interests. I mean, we typically like the same stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to movies,
even your Western, I can get into those.
That is one positive thing, I will say, is that you are willing to just sit down. Okay, whatever I throw on, you'll watch sports, movies.
Mission Impossible 2.
I've never even seen Mission Impossible.
What's it called?
You talking about Fast and the Furious?
What's the airplane?
Top Gun.
That one.
There's only 2 of them.
Okay,
so
we watched 2.
But I haven't seen it in probably a year.
Top Gun.
You should say more of Fast and the Furious because I'll watch that.
That's always on. But there's no way it's been a year.
I think Fast and Furious 19 starts at 10.
I'm good at golf.
No, I can't do it. I'm not good at dumb faces. I make natural dumb faces, but when I try to do it, I can't.
No, that one when I said it was pretty.
No, but we need to do. Now it's gotten cold, but we did go to the range a couple times during the summer. I think we want to pick it up more. I don't think you would ever be into golf on your own, but the fact that I'm so into it, okay, and at least you know about it. You know.
I can listen to you.
Yeah, that shared.
I've been shared interest. Mine is t-shirt printing,
which I'm into too.
Exactly.
I was into it. We were both into it without even knowing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like couples end up having more shared interests because they're a couple? You know what I mean? Oh, I'm all into this. Now you're all into it.
Yes.
It's not intentional if you're so into it. And I think about your daughter, she just had a birdie or whatever.
Birdie?
But would she have been golfing if she wasn't with
Dallas? No.
So see how it's you take
But now she loves it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You take on interests and hobbies of your significant.
I mean, she would have never shot a gun if she was with Dallas.
Shot a gun at Dallas?
Yeah, he puts the cans.
Ask him if he'll let me shoot an apple off his head.
Dallas.
Would he? I would have him wear a helmet.
He just put the can on his head.
And she shot
it with a gun.
If it's just a BB gun, though, I'll shoot him.
But she would have never touched a gun if it wasn't for Dallas. I could barely get her to go outside.
She was like that kid Powder. What was the kid that
that
couldn't go outside?
No, she was just
die if he went outside or something. It was something crazy. Why couldn't he go outside? The boy in the bubble.
The bubble one with John Travolta.
But I'm not gonna lie, that would be dope. I wish I could be in a bubble all day. No, just not have any responsibilities. Hey man, I can't do that. I'm in a damn bubble, bro.
You would go crazy.
No, if you give me a TV or an iPad,
you can't be home longer than a week, and then you feel itchy. You need to go out and do something. No, you're a homebody, but there's times where you're I need to, because you feel lazy. So you're
you don't know me at all. Actually, we should do that, a competition, see how long I can go. I'll be here until 2030.
Yeah, because I go for you everywhere.
Even if you didn't, I'd get into that whole Grubhub thing or whatever. I'm cool. When Matthew graduates and leaves, there's no reason for me to leave his house.
Okay.
So y'all won't see me out. If you catch me in the streets earlier than 2050, you win some. Because where would I go? You can have movies. You can have food. You can have entertainment. Why do I need to leave?
Okay.
No, I'm asking, really,
So then why do you go golfing? Why do you go on your trips?
Because I haven't set that challenge. I'm talking about if there was an actual challenge. There was a challenge for me to not leave.
Then next year, don't go anywhere.
Ever leave the house? What about Matthew?
No, I'm not talking about Matthew, but next year, your fantasy football, don't go.
Oh, you just want me at...
No, you just said, if it was a challenge, I won't go. So don't...
But if there's a challenge, I want to win something. What do I get?
Me?
Maybe this was a bad idea because now that I'm getting to know you better, I don't know if this is good.
How would you not know me? How would you not know that these were?
All right.
No.
Let's go to the next subject.
Come on.
You're getting scary. Decision making. Like when we make a decision, is it democratic or is it by expertise? And again, I'll defer to the lady.
Like democratic.
Like,
tell me what that means.
I'm trying to think of a decision. Something with the house. Okay, like the front yard. We've been talking about what we want to do with it. So democratic is, hey, what do you want to do? What do you think? You like this? I like this. Let's talk about, let's do a little research. Look how this would look. As Democrat, we come up with it together. Expertise just is more of who's more knowledgeable. So that would be me. In front yard, if it's cooking, it's obviously you have the expertise.
You don't act like it.
But I'm saying in the yard, I would have more of the expertise of the decision making.
So
which actually that is true because I make most of the calls.
The thing is,
but I am democratic and ask you if you usually say something dumb. I'm just like, and then I make the other. I do like to ask you to get your opinion.
Because sometimes I'll come up with an idea and see it's not horrible.
Well, it's not a good idea.
You can't do it. You can't make it happen.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. Just we don't have the room to do it.
It's a good idea, but we can't do it. So then it's a bad idea.
Because it doesn't work. So
then it's a bad idea.
No.
That's exactly what a bad idea is. Bad idea is
because if we had a different yard, it would work.
Okay, so then for that other yard, it would be a good idea. For our yard, it's a bad idea. See or no?
Whatever.
Am I crazy here?
It's not a bad idea. Just doesn't.
If it, then it's a bad idea.
No.
So if we got it installed and it doesn't fit, it's not a bad idea?
If you let me get it installed knowing that it wouldn't work, that's your bad idea.
Do you know what you're talking about?
Yes. If you let me do something knowing that it wouldn't work, that's a bad idea.
What I think is, so we pick something for the yard. Off the bat, that is either a good idea or a bad idea. Regardless of whether you think it's wrong or if I think it's not going to work, it's 100% either a good idea or a bad idea. The execution of it, me knowing it's not going to work, that has nothing to do with it. If it's a bad idea, it's a bad idea. So if you say out in the front yard, I want to put a jacuzzi. Okay.
Why would you put a jacuzzi?
Let me finish. If you say in the front yard, I want to put this big ass jacuzzi, we can put like 10 people in. So according to you, that would be a good idea in the backyard.
Yes.
But you're not proposing it for the backyard. You're proposing it for the front yard. So it's a bad idea, regardless.
Or it just doesn't work.
Yes, a bad idea doesn't work.
But why does it have to be bad? It just doesn't work.
Because it's a bad idea. A good idea works. A bad idea doesn't.
Okay.
Man, we need to have just a debate show where we go back and forth and then people judge.
Yeah, because I was right.
But yet you just said, okay. You just admitted, I just used an example and you 100% admitted.
I just didn't anymore, so okay.
Do opposites really attract? I don't feel like we're that opposite, no. But sometimes I think if you have an opposite person, it maybe adds a little spice to it. Do you agree? Because I've seen this with other couples from the first time they were married to maybe remarried. Like I feel like couples can start like this. Why am I looking down there? Can start like this as opposites or at least semi. And then as their life goes on and they're married and living, they slowly become like one.
I think it's like, what are those called? Arranged marriages? We've watched shows where it's arranged marriage.
I feel like this is almost like an arranged marriage. The way your mom comes and says, thank you so much for taking my daughter off my hands.
Hugs you.
And we talked about this on one of my other podcasts with Roni. I don't like saying it because I feel like I'm bragging. I'm a hero. And I feel like your mom is one of the few people, she understands it. Whenever she sees me, she's going to show that gratitude. You know what I mean?
You're a hero. You saved me.
Ask your mom. I don't know. You're getting mad at me. This is your mom saying you saved our lives.
Start with opposites.
That's what I
feel like they do merge.
I'm out here saving lives.
Oh, yeah.
One life at a time.
There's no more lives to save. You saved the last life.
Okay, so opposites track. Yeah, I feel like when you're
we're becoming more like each other.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think there's no way around. Like people who have friends and they're first different and then they become lifelong friends, they slowly merge.
Like me
your
and
opinions are going to...
Like, I can tell what she's thinking. I feel in a situation you could even tell.
No, I can't.
No, there was some
because some answers you've said today were completely the opposite.
Times where people are talking and you can look at my face and I have no understanding what's going on. And so you'll tell me, and oh, okay, that makes sense. Like you could see my face.
This is one of those times that I don't know what you're talking about. So let's move on. Resolving conflicts, which we've had a couple tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So a quick confrontation. Hey, let's just get into it. Let's scream. Let's yell. You're a little abusive. You like to hit. Or do we just, hey, let's go our separate ways and let's just cool off? Which approach do you prefer? I don't know if there's a preference. You go to cool off. Both. It doesn't go away. If you go to cool off, you don't cool off, and then as soon as you get back,
you're more heated.
It's going to go right back to it.
You are more like when there's a different. You just don't want to talk about it. You just push, like you shut out.
Have you ever had an argument with someone where you're 99% right and they're 99% wrong?
But that's your view. Your view that you're 99%.
Because it's the truth. This is the spoken word. But I can't get you on board. It's like, come on.
Because you think you're 99% right.
No, those are the facts.
Because according to you.
According to facts. I only spit facts. I base opinions off of facts.
Oh, okay.
But all my evidence is just straight. See, you just don't like that.
Oh, you like that?
Just facts at you. Once I shoot all those facts at you, then I go ahead and whip on top that
facts, and then you shut down and you don't let anybody. You don't let me come and say my rebuttal. You don't let me say anything.
Is rebut a word?
Yes.
Refute?
Rebuttal? Refute.
Rebuttal.
Refute.
We're going to have to look that up. Refute is a word.
No, refutable. Rebuttal.
Refutable isn't a word.
You don't ever let me say anything.
Let's look that up. I'm looking at your sweatshirt because there it is. Look at how he's just like calm, peaceful, and she has a crazy ass look on her face and thinking of something. But okay, so you're saying I don't let you speak?
No, you'll say the things that you want to say, and then you shut down.
But when you say things, you mean facts. Let's call them what they are.
From your point of view. How are it's just from your point of view. POV. Oh.
That's the cool thing right now.
Okay. POV.
Go ahead.
Who talks like that?
Everybody.
No, that's in texting. Nobody says, oh, I saw that.
Hey, hit me with your POV.
Only because you minimize words.
Because we're not on this planet. That's evidenced by our family getting older. Like, we're not here forever.
So you can't say the word completely.
So I want to get as much into my life as I can. If that means shortening words to make it go quicker, yeah, I'm going to do that too. POV.
Because that took longer than saying point of view.
Yeah.
What could you have done between saying POV and point of view? What could you have accomplished?
I'm going to get to editing it quick. I might end it editing it a day earlier because of my shortening of words. Do you know what an MVP is? See, this is my problem. Like when I deal with Roan, he's never been a hero.
No,
he's never been an MVP. See, you've never been an MVP, so that's why we're different.
No, I haven't.
Most valuable player.
You didn't give me time.
You sat and stared at the camera for 13 seconds. How much more time do you need? But 15? You hear people saying, "Oh, look at Paul. He's the most valuable player." No,
I've never heard anybody say that.
Then you don't hang out with me enough. People come up and be like, "Hey, is that the MVP?" Yeah, MVP.
Give me an example where somebody said that to you. Tons of times. You just can't count.
Probably the last time I golfed, we did a team comp when they were like, "Hey, bro, you were the MVP." And I'm like, "Yeah, duh."
Who said that?
Whoever was on my team. I don't know. It was a two-man match.
So you couldn't decipher who said what?
No, it was a long time ago. When you hear stuff a lot.
You hear it all the time.
So if I hear it a lot of time, I hear it from a lot of different people. I'm not going to be able to. Remember in 1984 when I won the Little League Championship and they called me the MVP? No, but
if it was yesterday.
Oh, no, I haven't played a team comp.
If it was like.
No, because I don't do a lot of team comps. That's where you would be an MVP.
Didn't you guys just do a team comp the other day?
Anyways, that was our last. I'm glad you got. So this whole podcast, we've had all these issues where you could express your points, pump your chest out, get everything out. And the only thing you wanted to go after me on is because I shorten words, because I say MVP, Or what did I say? POV.
No, there's other words that you shorten. What does that mean? What was the word? You went from a whole word to like half a word. We just talked about it.
It's obviously getting late, people, so we're going to go ahead and cut this off so we could keep this going.
Yeah.
If you like having the significant other's opinion, Dirty D, let us know. We'll keep it going. If I should swipe her out and bring in her own so we can get even more craziness, let me know. Or maybe we just do both. I like this, but my only issue is that you get a little nutty. I don't want to say crazy, because anytime I say crazy, you go crazy. But you get a little like, you shocked me on a couple of these.
Which one did I shock you on?
I don't know. I have a short term. That's the thing.
See, there you go. Now you don't remember.
I'm moving fast. I don't have time to remember what happened 30 minutes ago. I'm all about the future.
You know something. I made you mad
This
about
is what
something.
I always tell them. All of you people are in 2024. I'm in 2026. I'm like already ahead. I'm out. So I'm not going to talk about what we were talking about 30 minutes ago. It's already out. It's done. I got it out.
But you already know that I shocked you, but you don't know how.
No.
I haven't said anything on here that I haven't said.
My issue was.
Which one?
I seem to see you get a little upset on some of these issues that you shouldn't be getting that upset.
Like
so it's
what?
A little scary.
Oh.
Look, you don't even want to let it. It's already over. We already did our last thing. The outro is. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure having Dirty D, who got dirtier than ever. Dirty DD today. But if you liked it, hopefully you did. And subscribe, and we're going to do some more like this. Hopefully not as contentious, more like opinion and have fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Till next time. Thank you for watching. All right. What'd you think?
How long did
56 minutes.
Babe.